All right, people. Finally, I am live. Well, God damn it. Damn it. Your boys got a win. All right. Your boys finally got a win. All right. Good. Damn good. What a get a win. All right. It didn't go down as I planned it to be, but nonetheless, we got the damn win. All right. Matty Ice. Let's start with the Ice Man. All right, baby. Whew, 300. Man, you damn right, Greg. Damn right. All right, 354 yards passing, 3 touchdown receptions. Julio Jones doing his thing. 10 catches, 143 yards. This guy just, you see why he's just so vital, so important to this team, man. He just continues to open things up for everyone. Even when he's not getting in the end zone, guess what? Guys like Austin Hooper can get open. And like I said, I made a video about Austin Hooper. This guy, guess what? For the second week in a row, he's improving. 9 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown. All right. So we got Austin Hooper doing his thing. 9 catches, 71 yards, touchdown. He got Mohamed Sanu out with the hip. He re-aggravated the hip. Calvin Ridley with the ankle. I don't think it's anything serious, but it is an ankle injury, so that can be tricky. Foye Oluokun, I'm seeing him starting to get more comfortable. I still think he's thinking like Duke Riley was, but like Duke Riley, I think these guys in time will start to get it the more that they play. And we saw today, I told you guys over and over again, Duke Riley is a baller. He can play. He just needs time. And guess what? He made a play today. A big breakup in the back of the end zone. Tip drill, went in the air, and sorry ass Brian Poole got the pick. All right. What a fucking win. But like I want to say this. I really want to say this, man. I told you guys that I wasn't sure if the Falcons should give Rico Allen so much money. I wasn't sure. And today we've seen the glory. No, I'm just kidding. We've seen Damontae Kazee was his 3rd pick of the year. It is the game. Look, man, this boy's a baller. We got us a safety. I don't know how this thing is going to work out, how you're going to kind of bring him into the fold next year, this year. But this year, you know, I don't like to see Rico Allen hurt. But this is a big year for Damontae Kazee, man. The more he's getting more and more comfortable back there, still making mistakes here and there, but for the most part, he's been playing excellent. Guys laughed at Dan Quinn when he said the Falcons defense was making a good. They still have a ways to go. Not make no mistake about it. They gave up 394 yards passing to the Bucs. But that's the Bucs, all right? Jameis Winston, he's going to give you a bunch of numbers, but he's going to make a bunch of mistakes. That was one of my key to victories today, man. Turnovers. And this is exactly what happened. But how about, man, I got to say this. I know everybody saw this shit, but I may upload that video a little bit later. But Brian Poole, boy, he laid his ass clean the fuck out, all right? What the hell was he thinking? What the hell was Jameis Winston thinking at the going on the sideline? Just go out of bounds, bro. Just go out of bounds. Brian Poole stuck his ass. All right, that's all Brian Poole is good for. But like I said, Brian Poole is good for tackling. He's good for He just doesn't need man coverage. At some point in time, I don't know when, and I don't think this is going to end anytime soon. But he's not a corner. But we're forced to have him. We're forced to have Brian Poole as a corner right now. I still think the Falcons should try to find a way to get Isaiah Oliver some playing time. He needs it. And, man, yes, just a good win. What a damn win. But that damn Matt Bryan, oh my gosh. Money Matt, what a damn kick. What a freaking kick, bro. All right. Clutch. 57. Even though he kind of maybe pulled his hamstring or strained it or whatever. Man, that was a hell of a kick. I was like, no way in hell he was going to make that kick. And guess what, man? That old bastard got that motherfucker. He pulled his hamstring, man. What a kick. What a game, man. But I want to highlight this, and everybody saying the end of the game is that's exactly what I want to highlight. What the fuck was Jameis Winston thinking about running? Like, why won't you just pass? You have a better chance at throwing in that situation than you do running. This is the IQ. This is the thing that I say I have no confidence that we were going to lose this game against the Bucs because Jameis Winston. This guy just does stupid shit. I have no idea why the hell he was running in that situation. Take your chance running. I mean, take your chance throwing in that situation. Don't run. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, just, it was idiotic. It was stupid. Even though Julio Jones is not a safety, dude is physical. So I don't know what the hell they was thinking. I just don't know what the hell they was thinking, bro. Well, Deshaun really never had a chance. The ball was straight on the ground. It was a poor play. Just that entire play was absolute garbage, man. All right, that entire series. I don't know why the hell James Winston decided he wanted to run. It was just idiotic from the beginning. He should have passed it, but that's the Bucs for you, and that's the Jameis Winston for you. They pissed this game away. Great game. Divisional game. The Falcons are 2-1 in the division. Man, if the Falcons can win the next two games, man, winnable games, the Giants, they can be right back in it. So all is not lost. But it's time to go into the comments, man. Y'all already know how I do it. Yeah, I just take a lot of time doing this. I love, chatting with you guys, man. And good gosh. Where should I fucking start? Where the fuck should I start, man? Yeah. Well, we will not see Rico back. That's it. But Rico, I think we'll probably use Rico more as a cornerback. Rose Stackson. Yeah, I think we'll use next year with DeMonte Casey, his emergence and his continued to getting better as a safety, as a player. We'll probably see more Rico Allen as a corner. So that may Brian Poole out at safety at times. So the Falcons have a lot of next year. And I don't know if you guys heard, but Keanu Neal is progressing well in his ACL. He's already exercising. I mean, he's doing good. He's damn sure doing good. So Keanu Neal, he will be back, and you'll have DeMonte Casey, Rico Allen. Don't know how long he will be. That Achilles injury is something that's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky, so we don't know exactly how long he will be out. But we still have a safety in DeMonte Casey, who I really believe in. Deshaun Jackson, man, that motherfucker, he's fast. All right, that dude's fast as hell. That guy scares me more so than Mike Evans. I know Mike Evans is a terrific player, but Deshaun Jackson, that guy, just his speed, his playmaking ability just scares the living crap out of me. No, Buccaneers Super Bowl 37 champs or whatever. If you believe that play was smart, then you don't know what the fuck you talking about. That shit was straight garbage. All right, you have a better chance in that situation to throw the ball than run. All right, it was stupid. I know you're a fan, but sometimes you gotta call a spade a spade. And that shit was dumb. He had a better chance throwing the ball in that situation than running. You saw what happened. The ball, I mean, it was lucky he even got that close. If it wasn't for the flip back from Jameis Winston to a guy, I mean, it could have been, it was just stupid all the time. Like I said, in that situation, you have a better chance at throwing the ball than actually a flea flicker. Come on, bro. You gotta do better than that. And it's like it wasn't like you didn't have, 8 seconds on the clock. You ran the ball. You ran the damn ball, and the ball ended up going out of bounds. So that's a bad play to me. For me, that was just a stupid play, man. I don't know if it was the bad Drew. I don't think Quinn, it was a dumb play call. I just think the offensive line, those guards I really think the problem with the Falcons right now is Ryan Schrader's not playing up to his contract. He's playing like trash. He has flashes of brilliance, then he goes back to. But they really have to do something about Wes Schweitzer. Wes Schweitzer is not the answer at guard at any place, at any time. He should not be a starter. Simple as that. He's not a fucking starter. And they continuously get beat. At some point, if I were the Falcons, they get Ben Garland back at some point. I think he's still injured, but to starting Ben Garland over Wes Schweitzer. Wes Schweitzer is just too. I just don't like him. I just don't like the guy, man. But man, I'm seeing Madison Walker. I'm seeing the defense definitely improving. Duke Riley, like I said before, all this guy needed was playing time. A lot of the time, a lot of the young players, they're making mistakes. They're overrunning plays. They just need time. They just need time to develop. And we saw today, Duke Riley again does what he does. He's a pretty damn good linebacker in coverage, and we saw it again. Excellent play. He was, they had a double move on, and he stayed side by side with the tight end and hit the ball up, and Brian Poole got the interception. That was all Duke Riley in the play. So I told you guys all the time, man, these are young players. They have the ability. Dan Quinn knows exactly what they are capable of, but it's all about snaps, experience. The more experience these guys get, the more confident that they get, you're looking at a team that could easily, the next 2 games for sure, they win the next 2 games for sure, and get Deion Jones back at some point, the next 3 games or so, 4 games or so, you're looking at a team that's right back in it. So Falcons are far from over. This game, the year is far from over. Just have to get Deion Jones back, and kind of. I think the issue right now with the Falcons, they just don't have a leader on defense. All 3 of those guys, Devondre Campbell's doing the best that he could, but he still has a young group of players around him. So get Deion Jones back. You gain some confidence on defense. You get Grady Jarrett back. Hopefully, he looked pissed off on the sideline because Quinn kept him out of his game. He could have played, but Quinn kept him out. It is what it is. I understand why, but you get Deion Jones back, and the Falcons are right back in it, man. The one time it went into the I formation red zone and scored a touchdown. I like the Falcons' ability to use different formations. The personnel that they have, the players that they have. Ricky Ortiz, I like him as a fullback. He's improving also. You see Ito Smith, he's becoming a terrific running back, a player. Tevin Coleman, he can make plays at times. Like I said, man, this Falcons team, man, just continue to get better and better. The reason why Sark kept using the toss is because, for one, Wes Weiser, and this is a zone running team. A lot of teams can't run with the Falcons. The offensive line, they're fast, they can quick, they can get out on the edge. And that's exactly what Tevin Coleman's strength is not running up the middle. Coleman's strength is more so running on the outside of the edge. We can use his size and speed. Doesn't have a ton of foot quickness. So actually running to, Tevin Coleman's strength. It's not like Devontae Freeman is more inside running game, where he can use his quickness, his speed, his vision. He can bounce off tackles. He can see cuts at the cutback lane. That's not what Tevin Coleman does well. Ito Smith is more of a Devontae Freeman type of back. So in future games, I would definitely like to see more of Ito Smith in as a running back. He's getting better and better. I think the issue right now, they don't want to put him in as a pass protector. So you will see more Tevin Coleman in passing situations. So Freeman, Coleman, Ito Coleman, man, that's one hell of a back. They really have a backfield set for a good amount of years. So I'm the way things are going this year, Tevin Coleman hasn't solidified himself as a starting running back for me. He still has issues with cutback vision. He hasn't broke out the way I thought he would break out. So when you look at Tevin Coleman coming back to the Falcons next year, I don't think he is played well enough to get a Devontae Freeman-like contract, a starting running back type contract. Just not that type of guy. He's better when he's not the feature back, and that's just the truth of the matter, man. But no, I don't think. All right, let me tell y'all something, man. If I hear this shit one more time, trade Devontae Freeman, just stop the shit, okay? Stop the bullshit. Every time a guy gets hurt, all right, every time a guy struggles, every time a guy get hurt, we want to trade every damn body because we have Ito Smith, we have Tevin Coleman. How about we try to find a way to keep all those guys, all right? We don't need Freeman right now. That don't mean we should trade him. We've already paid him. We've already paid Freeman. Get the fuck over it. He's not going anywhere. So just stop with the trading people. Every time. I mean, dude, that's a YouTuber. I got on his ass for the same shit. Every time something goes their way, it doesn't go our way, we want to trade somebody and get rid of them. Julio Jones wanted more money. The whole fucking organization, whole fan base turned on Julio Jones. We want to trade Julio Jones because he's selfish, because he wants more money. Just stop the bullshit, fans. How about we just find a way to just keep Freeman, Coleman, and Ito? We've already paid Coleman. We already paid Freeman. He's not going anywhere for the next 2 or 3 years. He's not going anywhere. So get over it. Get over it. There's no one on this team that's going to be traded. If anyone is going next year, it's going to be Robert Alford. Okay? So just get over it, people. He's not going anywhere. Get used to seeing Freeman, Coleman, and Ito Smith all together. That's our backfield. Okay? Just get over it. It pisses me off every time I see we have guys that step up the way they should step up. And we talk about depth and we talk about improving the team. You want to trade a guy. Okay? Freeman is not healthy. But when Freeman is healthy, he is clearly the better back on this team. It's by far. So stop it. Stop the bullshit, people. DeMonte Casey, Patrick, man, You my dude, man. Casey, that dude, like I said, Casey just has a knack for the ball. And the more that he sees time on the field, this guy's gonna be special. I'm telling you, the guy has a nose for the ball. 3 picks already this year, and he's getting better and better. Okay, he's playing that Rico Allen position where he's just reading the quarterback, reading the receivers, reading the wideouts. He's getting better. Even I'm seeing improvement from Jordan Richards playing that role. He needs to, work on his tackling a little bit more and, coverage at time. But this guy is still, this is like his, 4th game back in the Falcons system. So he's going to improve. I'm seeing improvement for a lot of these guys. So at some point, we just have to have to be patient with what's going on right now, people. Like, really be patient with this team. This is a young defense, and I see exactly what Dan Quinn is doing. No, Jordan Crawford is not a Keanu Neal. All right? We even saw today. We saw today. Guess who was in the game? Making big plays on the goal line. That number 36, you know who I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That dude, Ishmael. All right. Making plays, bro. It's all about making plays. And these guys make plays, even though, like I said, I want to see more from Tack McKinley and Vic Beasley. They had a terrific game. They didn't end up with a sack, but they applied pressure all game. But you have to give up to Jack Crawford. I want to give a big shout out to Jack Crawford. Well, a big shout out to Didi Sanat. Those guys held it down today. All right, even Terrell McClain, he played damn good today. So Didi Sanat is going to be a hell of a player. He's going to be a hell of a player. I'm seeing him, okay? I am so seeing improvement out of Didi Sanat. He looks like a baby Grady Jarrett. Those guys are identical. Only difference between Didi Sanat and Grady Jarrett is Didi Sanat is a much stronger. He's a nose tackle, kind of that the nose tackle that we missed, and Dontari Poe. But I saw him get a couple of pressures today, so he's improving. I think the only issue with Didi Sanat right now is the offensive linemen are doing those kind of, the veteran tricks to try to get you, to chop you, to hold you and whatnot. So you have to find out, when and what they are doing to him, certain points, so he can get to the quarterback. But Didi Sanat is playing damn good, man. He's playing damn good. I love what I saw from Jack Crawford from the very beginning. He went out for a short time with his neck, a stinger with his neck. But he came back in the game, made some plays. Even you saw Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett, the guy, not the guy from Seattle, but Michael Bennett from Ohio State. He played with the Jacksonville Jaguars, a terrific. He plays that Grady Jarrett two technique where he just penetrates. And like I said, man, I'm seeing exactly what Dan Quinn is putting together. You just need a couple of pieces here and there, and this team will be right back. So I love what I saw from the defensive line today. Even Olakun, 4-year Olakun had 10 tackles today, 10 freaking tackles. So the only thing, like I said, the only thing with 4-year Olakun, he has to get comfortable with what he sees. I'm seeing on a couple of running plays here and there, he recognized what he was seeing, but it's trusting what you see and attacking it immediately. See, this is the difference between experienced guys and guys that are just, still trying to find a way. Once he knows and trusts what he sees, like Duke Riley's doing right now, the Falcons defense will be much better than what they've been. They are improving. I'm seeing a lot of improvement for these guys, but, experience and time. So if the Falcons can find a way to win these next 2 games and get right back at 500, man, we get Deion Jones back, man, we right back in this thing. Right back in this thing. But Terrence Holmes, yeah, I think Tevin Coleman is more of a pass. You can use him more in the passing game. A lot of the stretch zone plays and whatnot. But yes, I think Devontae Freeman is more of a pounder. When the game is going, when Devontae Freeman is hot, bro, this guy can put up 150 rushing on you quick. That guy's electric when he's on. When Devontae Freeman is healthy and he's on, he's the best running back by far. He is the best running back on this team by far. It's not even close. Like I said before, Tevin Coleman has one thing that Devontae Freeman doesn't have, and that's just size. All right, he can't, and it hurts him with his pass blocking. So if Devontae Freeman had, Tevin Coleman's size, man, looking at a back, just a little bit more, just a little bit bigger. But those guys, Tevin Coleman, Devontae Freeman, Ito Smith, all those guys together, man, that's an excellent backfield for the Falcons. That's an excellent back. They probably have the best backfield in the league. You have 3 legitimate starters. Ito Smith is looking like a damn good player right now. So why would you want to trade Devontae Freeman? Why would you want to trade Tevin Coleman? Let these guys stay on the team. Don't try to trade these guys. Maybe you can try to, try to rework Freeman's deal so it won't cost as much against the cap. But I would like to keep these guys together. Coleman and Freeman are an excellent complement to each other. Like I said, Devontae Freeman is the guy you want going up the middle. Ito Smith is getting better and better, more experienced. Tevin Coleman in the passing game, you saw he had a touchdown today. So the Falcons, they are looking crazy good on offense. Crazy good. But Keanu McKinley, Robert Alford, he dropped the interception today, but Mike Evans is a tough cover. So I'm going to give him a little bit of leeway on that. I'm going to give a little bit more leeway on that. Like I said, Mike Evans is a tough cover for a guy like Alford. Alford is not a big guy. All right. He's not a big guy at all, but he played his heart out. I love the way the secondary, Trufant, again, another one of those guys that all you Atlanta Falcons fans said it was done. He's overrated. Trufant played his ass off again. And he's playing angry. He looks like he is angry, and he's just embarrassed. Last game they were embarrassed by Pittsburgh, and we saw it. Trufant played damn good, man. Trufant played damn good. So, the corners, if you get Trufant continue to play what he's playing right now, get Robert Alford to play much better. The secondary is coming together, but, the weak point of this team right now is they're not getting consistent pressure. You have Grady Jarrett, but you need Takk McKinley and Vic Beasley to continue to play the way they playing, but they're giving up way too many big plays for me. So they just don't. A lot of these guys, like I said, a lot of these guys are still young and still learning the way. It will come in time. I expect this defense to get, definitely improve as the season go on, man. Man, epic the gamer, man. This team is already. I just thought that was just a bad game by the offensive line. They just look horrible against Pittsburgh. For some reason, these guys just don't pick up blitzes well. We saw that in the second half when Mike Smith kind of went to, blitzing. They couldn't get any pressure, even with the Jerry McCoy in. Get to the quarterback, and they started blitzing more, and the Falcons' offensive line just started to panic and break down. So I think the issue with these guys the Falcons' offensive line is communication, and they just don't play well against the blitz. They really so they get better at protecting Matt Ryan on these blitzes, the exotic blitzes and whatnot. I expect them to get, to be much better. But Eric Berry, Patrick, I think Casey is a guy that may be the more he can do, I think that's a good comparison. For me, that's a good comparison, Eric Berry and Demonte Casey. Demonte Casey can hit. He's getting better in coverage, reading the defense and whatnot. He's going to get better. I love what I'm seeing from Casey. I love his potential, what he can do. Like I said, we already know he can hit. All right, he's not afraid to get hit. I mean, his nickname is Crazy Casey. All right, that should tell you something now. Crazy Casey. So I like what I see from Casey. Ishmael played a damn good game. When his number is called, man, Casey made a big play. So I think Casey, but Kamal made a big play. I think you continue to put Ishmael in, in situations in base situations where they need guys to tackle. Ishmael is your guy. He still as a player, and that's what Dan Quinn preaches. He preaches this: when your number is called, just be ready and make plays. And Ishmael number was called today, and they damn sure make plays. And like I said before, a lot of people are not paying a lot of attention to Jordan Richards, but I've seen a tremendous stride from the first couple of games. He playing that Keanu Neal role where he's the eighth man in the box, the seventh man in the box. No, excuse me, the eighth man in the box. He playing Keanu's spot, and I'm seeing a tremendous. He knows exactly what he's being called to do, and no, I'm seeing tremendous. And this guy's what I think is his second or third year. I think it's the second year in the league, so he's still young. So he's improving. The Falcons, like I said, they continue to get better, and the more they play this year, I expect the younger guys to improve, man. I like what I'm seeing from Jordan Richards, Olakun, Duke Riley, and DJ Sinat, and a lot of you young guys, man. And they have a couple of good. Yes, Kiana. Mike Bennett is 93. He's 93. I really like what I see from these Falcons rookies, man. They're still making mistakes here and there, but let's just give Tampa Bay their credit, man. Their offense is electric, man. I'm surprised that the Falcons actually held them under. I mean, just barely under 30, but they held them to 29. I mean, bend don't break. That's what it is. But that Mike Smith, I really expect that to Mike Smith. I still don't understand why these guys are still even on this. I really don't have a clue what the fuck they was thinking, what the hell they was thinking by hiring our trash. All right. Tampa Bay hired our trash, Mike Smith, and we've seen it over and over again. He starts out good, and the more that he stays with the team, they get worse. They just get worse. The defense gets worse. His player development is freaking garbage. So I don't understand why Tampa Bay even thought to hire our trash. We fired them for a good reason, but that's them. That's their damn fault. I'm not. Everybody feel bandwagon. I was never on that bandwagon because of that trash offense and that trash quarterback that they got, and that dumbass Galen Ramsey with his little fruity ass. I don't buy Jacksonville. I never bought them. Their best year to win was last year. At some point, you give a guy $60 million, I think it was about a $60 million contract extension, Blake Bortles, just was freaking stupid. All right, when you have a good defense, you got to find you a quarterback. They had a chance to get, what's the guy name? They had a chance to get, Case Keenum. They had a chance to get Case Keenum, and they didn't get him. They gave the money to Blake Bortles for whatever reason. It was never good. He's always been streaking. Even after the season last year, he was streaky last year. And you give him a contract extension? Just freaking stupid. But yeah, Terrence, like I said, I think experience is everything in the NFL. Guys have ability, but confidence comes with experience and playing time. And we're seeing that from the Falcons. They look god awful all year without those guys in. And the more and more that we see of these guys, man, the more we see of these guys, they're improving. Duke Riley definitely is improved, making a lot of plays. Devontae Casey, 3 interceptions already this year. B Baller, what's up, man? Rise up, fam. But yeah, man, I really like what I see from this Falcons defense. They're going to get better, but only in time. We gotta shoot up that run defense though. That run defense has to get better, but we all know that Grady Jarrett is a stud. If he continues to play back the next couple of games, I think that run defense will be a lot better, and you'll see a lot better play from the linebackers also. Yeah, Ito has about 4 rushing touchdowns. I think this. Hold up. Ito has, I think he set a record for 3 rushing touchdowns in the first 3 games. So he may have 3 or 4. I think it's 3, if I'm not mistaken. But I like what I see from Lunatic Falcon. What's good, man? Jude Talk Sports. What's good, people? What's good, Kiana? What's good, Terrence? Epic the Gamer, Chris Wade, all y'all, man. Appreciate it. Eda, KZ, Hooper. Hooper is, like I said, Hooper is my guy, all right? He's steady. He's learning, all right? The more he continue to play, and we seeing this, he has a knack for the goal line. When the Falcons get in the red zone, Hooper is one of their favorite targets. So at some point in time, if Austin Hooper continues to improve, guess what? The linebackers have to stay close to him, and that's going to open up lanes for guys like Tevin Coleman to run the game. And even, I still don't think anybody in the damn NFL is going to give Julio Jones. They're going to double Julio Jones in the end zone every freaking time. So I know everybody want Julio to get touchdowns or whatnot, but damn, at some point, I don't know what to do. You just have to go with it. Whenever they give him one-on-ones, whenever they give Julio one-on-ones, which is rare, you have to go after it. But Julio Jones rarely ever sees one-on-ones in the end zone. You can forget that shit. But Kiana Trufant, he's improving. Last week he didn't allow a catch. Like I said, Trufant is playing angry. He's playing pissed off. He knows he's not playing up to par. But Robert Alford is a guy also that I am tremendously disappointed in. He missed another interception today. Like I said, man, this is one of my keys to the game. You have to, when you have the opportunity, you got to make plays, man. And today, Robert Alford dropped a wide open interception. I mean, the ball went straight through his hand. He didn't touch the ball. You got to make that play. You got to get that play, make that play. No matter what. They got 3 points on that play. You gave up 3 points. Still, it's still 3 points, but you got to get those interceptions, man. You got to make plays when you get it. Jameis Winston is damn sure one of those quarterbacks who's going to give you every opportunity to either knock his ass out like Brian Poole did, or give you an interception. He's just a gunslinger. He just takes too many chances. That is what it is. He's like Brett Favre. He just makes too many damn unnecessary throws at point in time and points during the game. But the Falcons, Chris Wade, yeah, the defense played a little bit better. Like I said, I still have to shoot up a lot of mental issues. I think the thing with the Falcons is just mental issues. They're not either in the right spot. They don't know exactly what they're doing. I see Foye Oluokun. He's improving, but he's still unsure exactly what he sees. But when he continues to trust what he sees, Oluokun is going to be a terrific player in his own right. So I like what I saw from the Falcons linebackers. Defensive line is playing much better. I like what I saw from Mike Bennett. 93 is a good player. Lord have mercy. Back to the Bucs. But what the fuck? I like serious. What the hell were you thinking by hiring Mike Smith as your defensive coordinator? He's gotten worse every time, every year, each year. He gets worse and worse. You bring in a pretty damn good front line, front four. They have a pretty good front four. You draft Vita V, and you still suck. So at some point in time, you have to realize that maybe Mike Smith just isn't that good. I don't know if you fired Dirk Cutter. That may be far-fetched. But Mike Smith, that dude is garbage, okay? But if I was Temple, I would just get rid of all those guys because I do not trust Dirk Cutter, and I damn sure don't trust Mike Smith. He's a terrible, terrible damn quarterback. Defensive coordinator. But Keanu, that's a good point. I think the defense is starting to improve. It reminds me, that's kind of ironic that you say that. It reminds me of that 2016 where the Falcons defense kind of started off slow. And the more that the rookies, the young players, they came along during the season, during the end of the season, they got much, much better. They got much. Deion Jones, Keanu Neal. You had Brian Poole. All those guys. I think Jaden Collins, when his little crack-headed ass, when that little crackhead came back, from his suspension, he played well. So I think this team, this defense will improve. They're going to get better, but hopefully, when Deion Jones get better, this is going to turn his Falcons around. But the Falcons they must win the next 3 games. These next 3 games, they have to win this. They have to win it in order to salvage this season. I do not think the Falcons are out of it yet. You get Deion Jones back. I love what I've seen in Casey. He's improving. Even Jordan Richards, he's playing much better. We've seen looks where Brian Poole is at safety. So the more and more these guys get playing time and the season goes along, I think the Falcons I really believe that these guys are going to make a run at the end of the season, at the end of the year, towards the end of the year, mid-season, towards the end of the year. Yeah. I think this is like the perfect time for the Falcons. This is the perfect time during the schedule. All of these games, to be honest, if you look at, to be honest, a lot of these games, the Falcons could have won. Even the Saints game, besides the Pittsburgh Steelers game, I mean, a lot of these games were winnable. It just came down to, a play here and there. But, man, the Falcons, these rookie linebackers, These guys in the secondary, they continue to improve. The Falcons are not out of this. Cardi, what's up with Riley and Sanu? Sanu re-injured his hip injury. That's been kind of, I think she sustained that like a couple of weeks ago. I think it was the Saints game. I think it was the Saints game where he injured his hip. I don't think it's anything serious, but you know, those hip injuries can be kind of tricky also. So I don't know. Think you may want to sit him down. Ridley had an ankle injury. I think it's probably a sprained ankle. I just don't think, you know, Dan Quinn wanted to risk him. And I don't think it's issue. I don't think that's an issue either. I expect Ridley to come back next year. And even if it is, you know, I expect both of those guys to be in the lineup next week. We need Carolina to lose. Carolina, those guys playing solid football. When you have that boring offense and that pretty damn good defense, you're going to have a chance. So hopefully, you know, Carolina gets on the losing streak. But Tampa Bay, I think they're on their way down. I don't think were as good as people thought they were, especially offensively. I mean, they have a pretty good passing game, passing attack, but outside of that, Tampa Bay is just an overrated team. But is De Niro 404? All right. Falcons play next Monday. I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm kind of upset about that. Them playing on Monday night. I don't like Falcons playing on Monday night. I prefer them playing on Sunday, but whatever. I think we have to play. All right, the Falcons have to play well on Monday night. I'm tired of playing games, big games. The whole world pretty much embarrass ourselves. Just don't embarrass ourselves. We got to win that game, but no, just don't embarrass ourselves. Nathan Warren, we need pressure. We need pressure in the closing. I think that's the issue. Tacking McKinley, tacking Beasley. Those guys play so many reps in the beginning, early during the game. They see a lot of snaps. And when the game is on the line, they're all tired and worn out. So I think what the Falcons need to do is find a third pass rusher in. And right now, you don't have that out of Grady Jarrett because he was out today with a strained ankle sprain. But I think the pressure was pretty good today. Jack Crawford, even though Tacking Beasley didn't get a sack, they applied a lot of pressure. So I like what I saw from those guys today. But Cardi, Ridley, and Sanu most likely will be back next game. I don't think it's a big issue. But Jew Talk Sports, man. Yeah, Matt Ryan is playing out of his mind. Matt Ryan, Pat Mahomes, those guys are just playing like damn. Matt Ryan is really playing on MVP level. This guy's not making a lot of mistakes. All right, he really isn't making a lot of mistakes. If it wasn't for this defense, how bad the defense, the Falcons could easily be 5-1. But they're not making plays. You know, the defense can't stop any damn body. But yeah, Patrick, there are like 3 key plays here and there from really being 4-0, 4-1. And the only real embarrassing loss came, you know, at the Pittsburgh game. The Falcons just looked terrible against Pittsburgh, man. That was the only game they looked horrible. But Jordan Richards, I don't think Jordan Richards was terrible. Like I said, this guy's like a third string. He's still learning the defense. He's learning a completely different scheme. He playing in a 3-4 in New England. and come from New England. They're playing a 4-3 under defense. He's still learning. So I'm not going to say that he played like trash. I think Jordan Richards actually played pretty damn good. Not to say he's, Falcons could go on 15-1 only if those guys wouldn't have got hurt. Only if those guys wouldn't have gotten hurt. Like the only game, for whatever reason, we don't play Philadelphia well at all. We don't play Pittsburgh. The whole state of Pennsylvania, we always have trouble. But I don't, Lord have mercy. Get Grady. I don't know what the hell is up with Shelby. I'm sick of him. He's been here 3 years, and I've seen hardly anything out of him. When he plays well, but this guy's always freaking hurt. Just don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully we get Shelby back at some point in time. But this damn dude is always hurt. Like a damn crash test dummy. Always freaking injured. Saquon Barkley is a pretty damn good running back, but that offensive line for the Giants is freaking terrible. Right? They are garbage. So I'm expecting. I think that's exactly what Dan Quinn had in mind. You want to bring back a healthy Grady Jarrett against that offensive line, that horrible offensive line of the Giants. So, I like it. Grady Jarrett didn't look like he would like it at all. He looked damn pissed when he didn't get that he didn't play. But a lot of times, man, you just have to swallow it. You really have to swallow your pride as a coach and just, protect players from themselves. Oh, wow. Zeke got hurt by Calais Campbell. Oh, Calais is a damn monster. That dude, 6'8", 320-something pounds. That dude, bro. Yeah, Matt Ryan looked like he just know he has to step up. Julio Jones, those guys playing like they have to step up. And I expected this from Matt Ryan. Like I said, all these people, every time something goes wrong, they don't win. Matt Ryan takes the blame, but this guy's playing like an MVP. He's playing on MVP level, and the Falcons somehow found a way to get back on a winning track, get back to the playoffs. Anything can happen. We've seen it last year. No one in the right mind would have thought Philadelphia would have won the Super Bowl, all right, against the Patriots, but they did. So anything can happen. Anything is possible. We saw this year with the Atlanta Braves. No one thought the Atlanta Braves would even be good this year, and they made it to the playoff. Hell, even look at the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks, with Trae Young, man, he's looking amazing. So you never know. The Falcons could pull. They can, if they can get Deion Jones back. I'll never say never, but we need a healthy Deion Jones back for this Atlanta Falcons defense to get back, get back respectable. I know they're not going to be elite with a lot of players out, but I want to see at least a respectable defense. Yeah, Nathan Warren, I think containment. The linebackers, just a lot of linebackers, it comes with experience, but I think the issue with them is they're not in their hole, and when they see a play, they're a little bit slow to react. So once you see guys like Ken O'Neal, Deion Jones, when those guys see the play, they attack it. And we're seeing that more from Duke Riley. Duke Riley see things, he just attacks it. And for your Olakun, like I said, he had 10 tackles today, but he was slow on a couple of plays. But it all comes from experience. Olakun, 10 tackles, 10 freaking tackles. That's excellent for a linebacker. But you gotta continue to, you gotta hit those sooner than what they did. And the Falcons defensive tackle, the defensive line had to hold up better than what they did today. Another team over 100 yards rushing. Patrick Staggs, Shelby, man. They already let him go, but for whatever reason, Dan Quinn decided to bring Shelby back, and he brought him back only to get injured again. The point of paying Shelby, he was going to continue to get hurt. Like, I would have brought back Ruben if I was going to bring back Shelby. At least I can count on Ruben to be in the freaking lineup. What's the deal with Jones running to the sideline after catches and not trying to get more yards? Don't know exactly what you mean by that. Jones running sideline? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. But if you're talking about during the end of the game, I think his momentum. He tried to get out of bounds. I mean, he tried to stay in bounds, but his momentum, where he caught the ball, it was already, he was already, going forward. So it's kind of hard and difficult to stop yourself at the angle that he was already, especially after how he caught the ball. So I don't know exactly what you mean by that with Julio. He said release is too good. Fire his ass. Look, man, Shelby needs to go. I like him as a player. I think he has ability. But what freaking good is a guy that never plays? He's always injured. Like, just get. I don't know. At the same time, I want to fire and get rid of and outright just cut Shelby. But right now, we need bodies on that defensive line. You need bodies, okay? And Shelby, right now, is still a pretty damn good player. Yeah, but Falcons, just a couple of plays here and there, Chris Wade. A couple of plays here and there. We make that play in Pittsburgh. We make that play in Philadelphia against Julio Jones had a number of plays where Julio Jones were pretty much four. That play, Falcons just haven't had a lot of luck. Devondre Campbell underperforming. I think Devondre Campbell has a little bit too much on his plate right now. He's not used to being the guy that we have to count on. I mean, he making all the calls on the defensive side of the ball because you have young guys. He's having to cover too much, more than he's have been, for the most part, because you don't have a Deion Jones, you don't have a Keanu Neal, you don't have Rico Allen, so he's having to cover a little bit way too much for me. So I'm gonna get Devondre Campbell on that. I mean, he hasn't been playing to his normal ability, but when you look at him and what he has to do for this defense, he has to get a lot of guys in place, and then on top of that, he has to worry about his assignment. So it's taken away from him just a little bit. Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, Rico Allen, those guys were allowing other guys to just read and react. So it's I'm not going to give. I don't think he's underperforming. I just think he has a little bit too much on his plate right now. But no, we're not going to trade Freeman. You already said that. All right, Freeman's not going anywhere for the next 2 years unless Freeman renegotiate his contract, which is not going to happen. That's the only way you think about, and then you're going to get rid of Devontae Freeman. So that's not happening. So just get rid of that. I mean, Falcons are not going anywhere. They have a damn good backfield. We may be looking at the end of Mohamed Sanu if he doesn't take a pay cut next year. I don't know what you're saying, Cardi, but I really don't know what you're saying. Saying Devondre Campbell is not it. I've seen this guy run step for step with tight ends, run step with step with running backs. I've seen him run step for step with wide receivers. So Devondre Campbell is the real deal. I don't know what you're saying. Like I said, I watched film with the guy, Lieutenant Dan, an unintentional grounding, and Devondre Campbell is a damn good player. A damn good player. Patrick Peterson, no, we don't need Patrick Peterson. He's too damn old. He's gonna cost too much money. I would like to have good corners, but he's costing too much. He would cost too much money. We already paying offered to fund about $1 million, almost $100 million. So I don't think adding Patrick Peterson to the problem. Nah, we good. Need to worry about paying Julio and paying Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, Deion Jones. We need to worry about paying those guys before we trade for Patrick Peterson. Yeah, but yeah, Nathan, yeah. I saw it, but I think, at second glance when I saw it, his momentum was already taking him out of bounds. So he was upset when he did it, but yeah, I think his momentum was taking him out of bounds. Yeah, but I know he up for picks, but you still have to pay the guy. And this is why I say the NFL is nothing like the NFL, the NBA, and the NFL, Major League Baseball. You can't just trade guys, all right, up straight like you can do. You can't do that in the NFL. You can't do that. You have to match salary for salary. So if you're going to trade for a guy like Patrick Peterson, you have to have two things. You have to have a guy that's either that doesn't as equal talent, the picks, and you got to have the cap room. And the Falcons don't have cap room. The Falcons have about $4 million in cap space. A guy like Patrick Peterson, who's making about $13 million a year as a corner, that's not happening. All right, he's not coming to the Falcons, so we can forget that. Even if we had it, I don't think Patrick Peterson is coming to the Falcons. Yeah, but Julio hasn't got his money yet. He will get his most likely in the offseason. And the way he's playing this year, despite the lack of touchdown, I think he's the leading leader in pass receiving. Yeah, so Julio's gonna get his money, bro. And Patrick, I think we are going to. I think we're seeing the end of Robert Alford. I don't think Robert Alford will be back here next year. Trufant is making too much money. I think he's obviously the better corner. We've seen that last couple of games. Trufant is clearly the better. If you just look at the play in the last 3 games or so, he's clearly the better corner. Robert Alford just looked like straight trash the last couple of games. But man, I appreciate all you guys stepping in with the live chat, man. Again, man, I appreciate it. Tremel thinks Brian Poole needs to go, man. Brian Poole is one of those guys. He'll probably stay, but I don't think Brian Poole is a corner. Falcons need to bring in a corner for Brian Poole, man. Brian Poole is better as a backup safety, and maybe a fourth corner. He does not need to be that third corner at all. He has, some ability, but when he's in coverage, they just destroy him. So Brian Poole, yeah, he needs to go. I just think he's out of position, and he's playing. Obviously, they don't have a lot of the best secondary guys. Is it worth bringing back Beasley if the Falcons don't finish over 500? Yes, it's worth bringing Beasley back, and like I've said, and I'll make a video about this. Vic Beasley will be back with the Atlanta Falcons, but I don't think the Falcons will pay him as a defensive end. And that's why they make sure of it to say that Vic Beasley is a Leo. He is a Leo. Okay? Leo is pretty much if you know a 3-4 defense, and I'm probably getting too technical for some people, but if it's a 3-4 defense, it's basically a 3-4, a 4-3 under, 4-3 over defense that the Falcons run. It really is a 3-4 defense, and that outside linebacker can either rush the passer and line up in coverage. So that's why you've seen Vic Beasley in coverage a lot. So I think the Falcons will pay him as a outside linebacker, as a Leo, instead of a defensive end. So Vic Beasley, he will not. I don't think you pay him, over $12 million a year. Beasley over $12 million a year. It has to be in incentives because he hasn't had the big sack numbers as of late, the last couple of years. So I don't think the Falcons would do that. If they do it, they'll pay him, somewhere in the neighborhood of $8 million, $9 million a year. And, they have to throw in incentives because we will not put Vic Beasley, pay Vic Beasley anything over $12 million a year. That's just not going to happen. His production, a lot of sacks last couple of years. He's been inconsistent. So I don't think you bring him back as a defensive end and pay him a year. And if you do, you pay him in incentives. But appreciate all you guys stepping in, man. Go check out some more football. Falcons get the win, 2-4. Got to win the next couple of games to get back at 500. I appreciate all the love. And if you guys have not subscribed to this channel, man, I really appreciate this. Guys, this is not just the Falcons. I primarily just talk about Atlanta Falcons, but if you guys have any questions about your team, your squad, whatever, man, this is football. Let me know what's up. Your boy, man, Mike is out, man. Peace. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, man. Peace.